Alright, I've been thinking things through. And if Yora is operating in the facility somewhere, then we need to see the output data from the power core. We track that usage and we have a real shot at narrowing down where he's hiding. Head into the engineering wing and see if you can pull the data for me.
Hello, Star Citizens. I'm Tostig, and I'm still in the game. So you heard Arkin. He has a new mission for us. He wants us to head to one of the facilities and pull data from the power core. This is the last of the 4.3 missions, and we'll move on to the new research wing, science wing, once the science wing populates in 4.32. But we'll go ahead and get this finished up and have this series done for when that changeover happens. You can see I'm kitted out. So I'll put a helmet on. We will take a look at the mission, make sure I have it. Accepted. Yes, so we're heading over to, it doesn't tell us exactly where yet, but engineering. We will track it. We'll get the power usage data, and it does supply us with secure drives. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I have moved on to Seraphim Station and Crusader because I finished up the resource drive in my last video. I got Hurston done, Microtech done, and ArcCorp done. Now I'm doing Crusader. I've already done one this morning, just off mic, just to see how it went. It went very smoothly. Got the first 2 rewards done. I'll get the next one on this. I probably won't show you those unless something unique comes up. They're pretty standard now with the changes that have been made, and I'm just basically rushing through them to get all of the rewards that are available, so not too much of a problem. Let us get a ship out.
Welcome to the ASD Vehicle Retrieval System.
Titan's always good. So weapon, nothing in 2. Pistol, medical, healing, fists, and a tractor beam. Yep, we are good to go. Here's our Avenger Titan, always one of my favorites for just tooling around the verse. And it's not giving us a facility to get to, just to get the power usage. That's interesting. Let's see if we get a tracking when we get out in space. Yeah, they're not giving us a system to go to. I don't know where they want us to go. Take it again, see if we can get it to drop this mission and take the next one again. So, into the contracts. We're gonna abandon this one. Let's try it again. Yep, investigation is back. We'll accept this. There, now we have a facility. S2C8.
Alright, I've been thinking things through. And if Yora is operating in the facility somewhere, then we need to see the output data from the power core. We track that usage and we have a real shot at narrowing down where he's hiding. Head into the engineering wing and see if you can pull the data for me.
Go. Heading over to Yella. Well, that was a little weird, but Star Citizen, so weird is kind of built in. See you when I get there. Now, I ran this earlier. Everything seemed fine. Checked my gear on the way out. Could see the backpack with the drive in it, all complete. I did die in the mission. Got myself out, and when I left the facility, I lost my chest piece and backpack. So I don't know what happened to it. Just it didn't work. Which is, yeah, I guess is par for the course. I could have, the next time I logged in, I was wearing a Geist chest piece, so I might have picked that up when I went looking through and put it on instead of swapped it into my backpack. But literally the last thing I did before I left the facility was check my backpack in the ship, and I had everything I needed, and those things were in my bags. But by the time I landed at Seraphim, they were gone. So we'll see if that problem persists. Now, here we come. See if we can get a hangar. Since I'm heading to this one, they'll give me the other one probably. Let's see what they said. No, they're going to give us this one. There we go. Powered off. Out of the seat. All right. Mind me if you see one, pick up a sniper's rifle. And we'll need it in the power core. Mission number 7. Now 4.3.1 is on the PTU, open to all backers. If you haven't been over, I just took a look at it myself. It seems smoother. Seems to be a good build. Not a lot of glitching that I was having trouble with. Oh, that's research. I want to go to engineering. Sorry. Well, over here. 4.3.1 is on the PTU and looks good. Looks like it's a good build. They have added in the medical gameplay, which really changes medical. And they've added in the new Apollo medical ships, which are pretty nice looking. I'm not sure I'll get a medical ship for gameplay, but I guess I probably should. Let's see if our buddies are here. They are. Any ammo that I want from this guy? No, it's custodians. I will take this though. I'm collecting pulse guns to put in weapon slots on my ship, so I have them. Arna, I will always take. And moving along, just hurrying through engineering here. We don't need to fight any of these guys if they're not going to give us any trouble. We're not giving them any trouble. And we should have a fight in this next room, so... just keep pushing through here. Looks like there should be one more in here before we get that. Ooh, they didn't waste, did they? Where'd the other guy go? Yeah, they didn't wait around. A lot of these guys usually stand in the elevator for a couple of seconds. They did not do that. All right, next bit of this fight is generally in this room. They were waiting on somebody. And this is the first step of this. We have to download this data. We need something to store it on, which is to pick up a server blade. Install it in the system. This blade can pop in on a couple of different places. And you just have to run to the marker and pick it up. There is generally a fight associated with picking that up. I'm not sure what he's doing to his gun, but that's a little weird. I'm gonna try and stop here and get a little healthier. But they gotta pay attention to that. Go. Oh, she's not spitting at us. And that got me a little bit of a radiation effect, but the suit took most of it. Okay. These worms are usually here. I don't know where they're at, but there they are. wait for this blast to go by. Okay, we got a couple of minutes. We can move on through here. Nobody's come down yet. I've heard my gunfire. Another room with another bit of a fight. Okay, well, they followed me out, but they did not shoot at me. Hand grenades are always nice. Mid pens. Geiger counter's going a little bit, but nothing too terrible. Let take a moment. Get our gear full up here. There we go. Missed. All right. That was badly timed on my part. But since I know how to get out of here again, it was badly timed on my own damn fault too. Alright, well, we got a little radiated from that, but should be okay. Alright. Catch a train back to 4. I don't know if there's a walking path for this area, but it looks like it's mostly just a capacitor of some sort or generator. Meant to keep things going. And power cord is here. Okay, well, we are in. Getting down here to this first level as quick as I can. And getting shot as much as needed, I suppose. Alright, well, I'm getting shot in the back on that, so... And I got a tier 3 injury because I wasn't paying attention. Somebody's shooting at me. There you are. You're up there. I mean, no appropriate item. Add an appropriate item. Okay. I have lost the appropriate item. Alright, now I'm getting cooked. Alright, I have a tier 3 head, and I may just head back to the healing bed and start all over again. Okay, next pulse, we're gonna head towards that. And I am definitely a little cooked, so if I find some radiation meds, I will take it. Well, that was a worthless trip. Really frustrating. Go back to the lobby. Take another run, see if I can get it to work. I have not had good luck with inventory. I don't know what I did with it, but it's definitely missing. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, well, let's go get my bags empty and we'll see if I can pick it up again if it's available, but it doesn't seem like it would be. I'll take one run at it. If I show it to you, I show it to you. See how I do. Hey, Editor Tostig here. Had a little audio issue. I had swung the mic out of the way and didn't have it up. After I healed up, I went and ran another run through. Did not find the a second blade to use. Not much to show on that. Was going to try a third one just to see if I could make some, check some ammo or armor and pick some up if I could. And I died because I was rushing and wasn't paying attention. So I ran into a firefight. I couldn't win in a bad situation. And I died and woke up in New Babbage. And then from New Babbage, I had to fly back here. And I thought, well, I'll bring the Gladius and just bring out what I can. And as it turned out, I had the blade was in my inventory when I got here. It was in the hangar inventory along with all the gear that I had moved over on the first two trips that I did. So I have all that gear and I had the blade. So I ran through again, paid a little more attention, did the firefight, actually finished the mission and have the data. I have none of that to show you, but you'll have to take my word for it because we're just going to head down to the ship here. And part of what I talked about was I don't have a box in my Titan. Usually I keep a box in there, and I didn't realize I didn't have one in this because I'd called it over when we moved to the Crusader. I didn't have a box, so I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to get any of the loot out that I had, and it occurred to me I have internal storage in my Gladius because it is a gold pass ship. So I did that and put it all up. And boy, that was a long. The rest of it. Quick. I think it was because while I was doing the install that I moved and it couldn't figure out whether the inventory was in the blade slot or in my hand or in my bag, and then dying straightened out that inventory question. But all in all, not great, but it fixed it, I suppose. So, well, I did find a Pico ball, by the way. That's neat. All right, nope, I need that. That comes with me. This comes with me. So yeah, that's not even close to full. I can definitely get all this stuff out of here on this. So this works out good. All right, I'll get it loaded up and see you when I get over to Seraphim to drop this off. There's Seraphim, looking a little red in the sunlight. Pink from the planet, I suppose. All right, I'll call for a hangar, see when I get there. It was very herky-jerky there for a bit. All right, well, we're in the hangar. Even if it wasn't pretty. Okay, yep, I will. So, I'm going to crash out and I'll be right back. All right, well, we're coming back in. Shouldn't be too much longer now, and then we'll go ahead and check on this. Yes, it works. So, yes, we have access. So, let's see how we do here. Hangar doors have been a bane on me for a while now. All right, it does see it. Taking it in. Have I finally been able to complete this mission? It's like my 6th attempt at this. Well, 6th flight in. I did 3 attempts on this one. Yes. And I have my rewards in the destination all freight elevator. So it must be the home station, which is good. I have them. They're here.
Perfect. That data from the core should really shed some light on what's been going on down there. I'm going to add this to the data I already have and see if anything emerges. Hopefully I'll have something to report real soon.
Arkin tells us to hold fast, and he will give us more information when he has it. Now, overall, my opinion, these missions are they're good. They're definitely group meant, and I don't know if you noticed there have been a couple of videos about the cooperative play that's required to get through what will be some of these areas in the future or as they round them out. I also think that they're intending to make these things a once you get to the site, you complete one, and then he gives you the next one. You fulfill the requirement, and you get the next one before you leave. So that there are a progression of 6 or 7 missions that you can do once you're on site as a playthrough. If they do that, I'd like to make sure that they leave off. If I choose to leave, I can either hold the mission by staying in the instance, or the instance stays active to me when it goes. But that probably requires dynamic server meshing, and you know we're on static now, so I think they need a little bit more of that first. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that kind of integration into the game if they do make these the kind of missions that are handed off one another as you're there, which I think would benefit to the story telling portion of it, and make the game a little more of a go here, do this, and do several things before you leave this area, which I think would work really well. I think that kind of narrative would make for really good gameplay. Boy, I'm really getting some graphical errors right now. I'm like, ooh, oh, wow, sorry for that strobe. That was bad. I don't think I got a good load in when I came into this mission, and the fact that I've got someone loading into my hangar there in shadow means that we are definitely not doing well. All right, well, I'm going to let that be. Now that I've gotten the 7 done, I believe what we'll see is we can repeat any of these missions at any time. Well, there's 4 of them we can repeat. Which are to update so it's basically the 4 data recoveries. We can do them for decent pay, but have a reason to go in. These will also take you deep enough into the facility to pay you off and give you an opportunity to do some loot runs for armor set. Tostig, I'm still in the game. And I want to say thank you for joining me. And I'll see you in the next one.